I'm just your average, snack-loving, adventure-chasing golden dog. And guess what? My best friend Dad and I go on the coolest adventures. We've got a big black Jeep named Birdie, a whole world to explore, and, of course, plenty of snacks. Every week is a brand new tail-wagging adventure. You never know what we'll find. Hidden carrots, new friends, maybe even buried treasure. So grab your hat, pack your snacks, and come with us.
Harley and Dad go stargazing. One breezy evening, just as the sun dipped behind the hills, Dad looked up at the sky and smiled. "Harley," he said, pulling out a blanket and a bag of carrot sticks, "tonight is a very special night. Want to go stargazing with me?" Harley's ears perked up. "Stargazing? Is that like snack grazing?" Dad chuckled. "Not grazing, buddy. Gazing. We're going to watch the stars. And if we're lucky, we'll see Halley's comet." Harley's eyes lit up. "Did you say Harley's carrot?" Dad laughed so hard he nearly dropped the snack bag. They packed up Birdie the Jeep and drove up a winding hill. The higher they climbed, the more stars they could see. When they reached the top, Dad parked near a wide field and spread the blanket on the grass. The sky turned from blue to lavender to deep, star-speckled navy. One by one, little twinkles appeared above them. Harley's eyes went wide. "Look at all the twinkle dots," he barked. "Are those all stars?" "Mostly," Dad nodded. "But not only stars." Harley tilted his head. "Wait, what else is up there? Birds? Flying carrots?" Dad smiled. "Even better. Some of those bright dots are planets." "Planets?" Harley repeated. "Like other Earths?" "Kind of. They're big round worlds that orbit the sun just like we do." Harley blinked. "Do they have dogs?" Dad laughed. "Maybe. Some are too hot or too cold. But there's one called Mars that scientists think might have had life a long time ago." Harley stared at a reddish dot. "That one looks kind of spicy. Is that Mars?" "Yep. That reddish glow? That's it." "What about that really shiny one?" "That's probably Venus, the hottest planet in our solar system. It's covered in clouds." "Do the planets ever bump into each other?" Harley asked, suddenly concerned. "Nope," Dad reassured him. "They each have their own path, like Birdie on a trail. They just keep looping around the sun year after year." Harley let out a long, "Whoa!" Then Dad pointed higher. "See that one? That's Orion, the hunter." Harley squinted. "Looks like a guy holding a stick. Like a snack kebab?" Dad laughed. "Well, if Orion's hungry, maybe." He pointed again. "That curved shape there, that's the Big Dipper." Harley gasped. "A snack ladle. That's what scoops carrot sticks straight from the sky." Dad nodded. "Sure." Dad grinned. "And over there, that's Ursa Major, the big bear." Harley gasped. "Bear? Where?" No, Dad chuckled. "It's just stars. A constellation, like a giant dot-to-dot game in the sky." "Oh," Harley said, nodding. "Can we make one that looks like a carrot?" Dad chuckled. "I'm sure we can." He continued, pointing to constellations. "That's Cassiopeia, the queen." "Looks like a W," Harley said, "or maybe a dog doing a wiggle." "There's Leo the lion," Dad said. "I will call him Snack Cat," Harley whispered. "That one's Canis Major, the great dog." Harley's eyes lit up. "A dog? A star dog? That's me." "Sort of," Dad smiled. "He's been guarding the sky for a long time." Harley howled proudly toward the stars. "Good job, space dog. Keep it up." "And that cluster is the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters," Harley counted. 1, 2, 3. "Hey, I only see 6. Dad nodded. "One's always a little shy." "That's okay, Star Sister. I'm sometimes shy too," Harley said, blowing a little kiss at the stars. Harley sat down on the blanket. "I like the sky. It's got a little bit of everything." "There it is," Dad said, pointing just above the treetops. "Halley's comet. See that glowing streak? It's moving fast." Harley's jaw dropped. "Harley's carrot? Dad blinked. No, Haley's comet. But Harley was already hopping in circles. It's orange. It's pointy. It's zooming. That's my carrot flying through space. Harley's carrot is beautiful. Dad smiled. Haley's comet, not Harley's carrot. Every few decades it gets close enough for us to see it. Harley jumped off the blanket and began digging with his paws, throwing grass and dirt everywhere. "What are you doing?" Dad asked. "I'm planting a telescope bush so I can harvest sky carrots next season." Dad tried not to laugh. "Well, before you start your intergalactic garden, want to know what a comet really is?" Harley plopped back onto the blanket, ears perked. "Will it blow my fur off?" "Maybe just fluff it up a little," Dad smiled. Dad explained, "A comet is like a giant snowball made of ice, dust, and rock. When it gets close to the sun, the heat makes it melt a little and shoot out a glowing tail." Harley's eyes went wide. "So Harley's carrot is a space snowball with a sparkly tail?" "Exactly, but it's called Haley's comet." Harley wagged his tail. "Then mine still counts. Sparkly-tailed snow carrots are totally real." As the stars sparkled and the comet slipped behind the trees, Harley's eyes drooped. "Bye, Harley's carrot," he said in a sleepy voice. Dad smiled down at him. "Haley's comet." "Thanks for taking me stargazing, Dad," Harley whispered with a sleepy grin. This was the best night ever.
What a great day that turned out to be! Best day ever! I can't wait until next week when we go on another adventure. Make sure you click subscribe so you can join me, and like my video too, please, because I sure like you. See you next week, friends!